What's up, Elm World? It is Tiff and
And and you know what that
Yeah.
means. It's Monday night.
Monday night, this is your leadership live stream class. And today we have something really special for you because, as you know, Tig and I do not like to keep you in the dark. Anytime we improve or evolve or do something new, we like to share with you our lessons. We want you to be a part of the journey every single part of the way. So if you are new, welcome to Effective Leadership in a Modern World. We're so happy to have you. This is a group for entrepreneurial leaders wanting to grow organizations, coaches, and trainers who are looking to impact people's lives at scale. And that's what we help people do. So I'm super excited about the new developments. Today, we're going to be talking about attraction marketing in a sense of how to move from that one-on-one type of interaction to a mastermind group coaching, why that's valuable for you and how you can actually attract more people into your sphere if you use these methods so that you can grow as a leader.
And why it's actually more effective for the impact you're trying to make in the world. So that's super important. We are all about impact. Our mission is to create 10 million leaders in the world who are committed to going out and making huge impact in the world, to create a world that we can all stand for, or that we all stand for and that we're committed to creating.
In the comment section right now, go ahead and put it in there. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to share a little bit about what we're up to. We're going to cover the class. And then if we have some time at the end, we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A. If you have any questions during the call, go ahead and put that in there. Tig is looking out for you, and we can see if we can get those answers to your questions. If we don't get them today, we'll be sure to send a message to you and see how we can help you out, right? So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're super excited to have you. Now, new developments happening in Elm World. Just as a background story, Effective Leadership in a Modern World was created with the help of Tig, because Tig was my coach, that would support my clients at scale. So what I really, really, really wanted to do was help entrepreneurial leaders scale their business and their impact. And, you know, I've created a company called Impact at Scale. Actually, now it's coming back. Like all the things I've ever wanted for the past decade of my life is now wrapped into this one thing that you're involved with us right now. So we started this a while ago, and then I started to launch things in January and February, some beta, some testing, getting some results. And then I'm in tandem, you know, I run a network marketing business, which is an entrepreneurial leadership business that has grown to 100,000 in volume. That's in points. In dollars, it's about $150,000 a month in revenue, in sales. And so we've had the highest months that we've ever had in my network marketing business. And when it comes to our coaching business, right now, actually, you guys, I haven't checked my numbers in a while for my network marketing business. It's not even is it the 25th? It's the 24th today, and we're doing 75,000 in volume, where I was struggling at about 60,000, 50,000 every single month. Why is this important to you? Because the numbers don't lie, that the numbers are reflective of how many people you're impacting every single day. So it's not some esoteric, unreachable thing. We make sure that we provide measurable, tangible results that we can show you, right? So the second thing is that I wanted to create a vehicle platform to grow leaders, because instead of going out and like creating leaders from the bottom, we wanted to find people who are already self-proclaimed leaders and coaches and trainers who want to make an impact to help scale their efforts, because that is more fruitful. So we started ELMWORLD. I started ELMWORLD, and then I launched, and I did like a $20,000 launch in my first month with group coaching. I declared one-on-one coaching done. And then I brought Tig in.
I want to make a distinction too, because that $20,000 was the first month, but that $20,000 was 1 week.
Yeah, it was 1 week.
So I want you guys to hear this. Okay. When we talk about numbers, when we talk about money, it's really important to be clear because the launch was $20,000 made in 1 week. And our commitment is not only getting our business to 6 figures a month, but our commitment is getting your business to 6 figures a month. And why is that? I had someone say to me not very long ago, you seem way too focused on finances. And my response immediately was, why do you suddenly become uncomfortable talking about what you do when we start talking about money? Because money is the energetic representation of the impact that you're making in the world. And any way you slice or dice it, you can argue and say that's not true. But when you really break it down, the money that you're bringing into your business is a representation of how much impact you're making. And that's super important because I don't know about you, but I'm committed to making huge impact. I know Tiff is committed to making huge impact. And that's why this partnership is so important to us and why we work so well together.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm thankful that you brought that up, Ty, because it's so funny. That was the biggest hurdle that I had to overcome, was this money conversation about charging for coaching. So just to give you some context, is that I basically coached for free so that people could grow their businesses using tangible products such as like consumer products, And I thought coaching was just a necessary part of that. But when I became a coach, we have Sylvia out here who is a colleague of ours in coaching school. And I realized that when I got certified as a coach and I became a coach, that a separate transaction for the coaching itself was necessary. And what do you mean by necessary? I mean that value is only valuable when the other person is willing to exchange the money. What does money represent? Like Ty was saying, right? So I totally overlooked this huge transformation that I had to have in order for me to say it's okay for me to receive money for value of coaching.
It's crazy. And then the next hurdle was like receive it for group coaching, right? And so I thought I had to take these like incremental steps. It was along with Tig and some mentors, Landon and Stapes. Landon and Stapes, and some other mentors that I had. And a combination of those things brought me the emotional money mastery that I needed to have that, be able to receive the 20,000 in a week.
Yeah, you said something so important that I want to point out here, Tiff. I actually wrote it down so that I wouldn't forget it, so that I don't talk over you, because I get so excited about this.
And he wants to talk over me.
Yes, I do. But that exchange of money, let's talk about the exchange of money for a minute, right? So whether you're a leader, a coach, a trainer, and you're committed to making impact with people, it is only through the exchange of money that you have the permission to go deep with people and take them where they need to be taken to make an impact. That's the only way, right? Like you can offer free classes, you can offer free services, but the reality is you don't have permission to take people there until there is an exchange of money. And that is super, super important for you to get.
Yeah. If you're hearing this, you guys put exchange in the comment section below right now if you're hearing what Tig is saying. So this whole thing had to happen. Transformation had to occur. And Tig is now a partner of ELMWORLD. And what we're doing is we are combining our best skill sets. Mine is sales and marketing. And Tig can also do sales and marketing, but he's also passionate about transformation and coaching. And so we've combined these two elements because, to be honest, without transformation, in terms of like what does transformation mean for people who may not know what that really actually what we're referring to, is the kind of the awareness and the breakthrough that you need in order to move to that next level, that place outside of your box. We all live in a box that is comfortable for us, and whatever's uncomfortable is outside of that. And 20,000 in a week was super uncomfortable for me, and a transformation had to occur for me to say I receive that I accept that offer, right? And so We put these two things together, and now we have a mastermind group of people who are committed to creating amazing products that are going to support, and platforms that are going to support their clients in various ways. And that's super exciting. You know, coaches, trainers, network marketers, people who are super passionate. So the question is, for this particular class, is how do you get from barely having any one-on-one clients, or maybe having so many one-on-one clients that you actually can't fulfill, and that you're tired by the end of the week, that by day 3 you're just like wiped out because you're doing one-on-one sessions all day long? How do you move from that and barely being able to charge to mastermind coaching and actually working 2 days a week, not working 2 days, but showing up, fulfilling 2 days a week of work, and your clients are actually benefiting more? Like, how does that happen? So there are 3 things that need to be addressed in order for you to exponentially scale your impact. And one of the ways is to think about scaling. But the second way is like the myth of better results. So I'm going to have Ty speak a little bit about this, but there's a myth around, oh, if I do group coaching, I'm actually taking away value from one-on-one coaching, and they might not get the results that they want because it's not as personal. And that's a total myth. That mastermind coaching is one of the most successful coaching, tactics and strategy, that you ask Tony Robbins, you ask any of the most famous people doing this stuff. Why? So I want Ty to talk a little bit about why mastermind coaching actually produces better results than one-on-one coaching.
Yeah, so the biggest fear for a lot of coaches, trainers, leaders, specifically people new to the industry, is that I'm not sure I can get the results for people in a group setting that I can get them in a one-on-one setting, or I don't understand the problem well enough to get the people results. And this is a total myth. In fact, when I switched from one-on-one coaching to group coaching, the results were so exponential that I had a client say to me after one of the group coaching sessions, wow, I feel like I just went through 5 years of therapy in 1 hour. Because when you do group coaching and you have a mastermind coaching, it's much, much easier as a coach because there's less you have to do because of the exponential and synergistic effect of the group and what the group brings into it. And we actually teach you the framework of how to run those calls, how to run those sessions to get the biggest result. But you know, what I began to find when I was doing group coaching is that people were getting results in 6 to 9 weeks, 6 to 12 weeks, that it was taking them to get in 9 months to a year one-on-one. And that's because a lot of times people don't know the questions to ask, or they don't know, really how to frame things. They don't know how to frame their experience because when people are coached for the first time, a lot of times they're asked questions in such a way that takes them so deep that they've never even experienced thinking about things at that level or going that deep. So the ability to hear the group, the thing that's beautiful about group coaching is that when you're coaching one person, you're actually speaking to every single person in that group, because we teach you how to devise your group and how to niche your business in a way that when you speak to one person, you're speaking to everybody. Mm-hmm. And we always ask in the sessions, who's getting value from this? And there has never been a time when we've been having a conversation working with one person in the group where people in the group say, oh no, I'm not getting value from
yeah.
People really walk away from these sessions with value, whether or not they were the one who was talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And the thing I noticed about us too, Ty, our program, is that our showing up rate is more than I've ever seen. that we're probably 12 weeks in from our first cohort, and every single person shows up on the core call every single time. And that rate, there has to be some sort of a science to that, which obviously I know what that is. But in terms of, are people going to show up because they're not getting one-on-one attention? Yes, right. Because mastermind coaching is valuable.
Yeah. And I actually remember Landon and Stapes saying to you, they could not believe the engagement of this group, considering how small it is. And these are our mentors who are literally making 6 figures a month, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we're not even halfway through the year. They announced that they hit 1.3 million in sales
since January.
3 weeks ago, since January. 1.3 million in sales, coaching, doing what we teach, doing what we do. And they are blown away by the engagement of our group. And the reason that people show up week after week after week in our group is because we get people results.
Yeah, we do. And there's a psychology to how to get people on the calls and why that's important. So we're not going to go into this topic today. I think that's a very fruitful topic about how you need to enroll your clients from one place to another. Even after they become your client, you still have to enroll them into action. That's a whole nother topic. So that's number one, you guys, the myth of better results. Actually, if you're not mastermind coaching, you're not providing the kind of results or opportunities for results to happen if you were to do one-on-one coaching. And something else that we haven't mentioned yet is that mastermind coaching allows people in the group to build relationships with each other, to be in proximity with people who are in the same sort of, so if your niche is different than our niche is going to have very similar values, very similar principles. They're heading in this similar direction. And so because of that, you get this momentum added, and things that you would normally leave, like Tig was saying, to do in 9 months, you could accomplish in 9 weeks because you have the support of people who are on the same path as you. So that's number one. Number two, the biggest fear.
And if you're hearing this, sorry, before you go on, if you're hearing this, put Mythbuster in the comments if you're getting this.
Yeah. So number two is, can I fulfill on group coaching? And what does that really mean? If I were to say that in layman terms, can I fulfill on group coaching? Do I have the bandwidth? Do I have the energy? Do I have the knowledge, the capability to coach more than 2, 3, 5, 10 people at a time? And the answer is, what do you think the answer is? Put the answer in the comment section. Absolutely. And the reason is this: the second fear that we're addressing here is the fact that coaching more people actually takes more work. But what we've just addressed is that because you have other people that are on the same mission and you have leaders in your group that are contributing to the conversation, that you actually do less because your community is contributing for you in a lot of ways, and you never run out of material. So if you can be the kind of person that not generates content, because we don't generate content, you generate the content. All we do is facilitate it. And we have a super clear framework that we use every single week to create this space. And we facilitate a space that you bring the content and we get to address and help you overcome the desires that you have. And we teach you how to do the same thing with your client.
Yes, absolutely. It's kind of the same answer as number one, right? Can I fulfill on group coaching, or is it harder? There's this fear that we address, which is the fear of success, right? This big fear of, oh my God, if I enroll 25 or 30 clients, if I enroll 50 clients, am I going to show up and be able to handle that? Am I going to have the bandwidth to show up and be the coach to get the results for those people? But the reality is that it takes as much work to group coach 20 people as it takes to one-on-one coach one person.
100%.
Because you're putting in the same amount of time, whether you're one-on-one coaching one person 1 hour a week, or whether you're group coaching 20 people 1 hour a week. Mm-hmm. And picture this, 20 people who all have input and have something to say. Guess how much talking you're actually doing on the group coaching call? Significantly less than if you're doing one-on-one coaching, because people are bringing up their points of view and contributing to the coaching and contributing to the atmosphere. So it's actually much less work to group coach. And again, we teach you the framework. We teach you the most effective way to run the calls and to get the results that people are looking for.
Yep. I couldn't have said it better. Basically, if you're doing one-on-one coaching, you're limiting your bandwidth. And you guys, why do we even go into this sort of solopreneur, entrepreneur space to begin with? Well, yeah, we want to make an impact, but also who wants to have financial freedom? Who wants to do what they say they want to do? Who wants to go on vacation? Me, I do, right? When I can actually go on vacation. So, and who wants to have a dog who's barking in the background at any time of the day? Me, apparently. That's in my context. And I have the freedom to take her out on walks anytime I want, because truly what we're doing is we're giving ourselves the ability to live the life that we preach, that we teach. And if you're struggling every day trying to serve your clients and you're stressed out, and it's like, why would anybody want to do what you do? It's not attractive. You know, I could not enroll anybody to work 24 hours a day and suffer, like, and make no money and go nowhere. Okay. Like, no one would want to join me.
Right. Yeah. We're very clear as well about what we're committed to in creating in our own lives and in creating in the lives of our clients. And one of our core values is the value of prosperity, right? None of us are in this for charity. I mean, I don't know about you. Maybe you're in it for charity, but I'm not in it for charity. I want to provide a good life for myself and my family. I want the freedom to be able to travel the world and to have a greater impact in the world because of my ability to move about freely in the world and to go and speak at conventions and to speak to different groups of people and to be involved in different events. And that to me is my power to have impact, right? And I'm not going to be shy about saying that one of my core values is to live a prosperous life. And there's a lot of people who feel guilty about that. And if you're one of those people who feel guilty about that, let's have a conversation about it, because it's something that you can overcome, but you have to be willing to overcome it in order for us to even consider you in the program, because we want you to get results and we want our clients to have impact. And the greatest way to have impact is to create prosperity.
Yes. Bill Drayton, they called him the godfather of entrepreneurship, which I don't think he's the one who thought of it, but he's the one who championed it. And he called it social entrepreneurship. And what that meant is that in the act of like being an entrepreneur, whatever service or product that you offer supports the world in a way. And it's not taking from it, it's supporting. But the thing is, like, you can't pour from an empty cup. So anyway, fulfilling on group coaching is actually much more effective. It actually frees up your time, and you can live the life that you say you want to live, so that you can come on these calls hyped and energetic and ready to provide value, rather than dragging yourself from appointment to appointment to appointment. So yeah, Sylvia said, time to shed the guilt of prosperity. No, we want you to be prosperous, and that's our core value. So we do have some questions that were asked, Tyke. I'm going to address them after number 3. That I think they're good questions. But go ahead, you guys. If you got number 2, put number 2 in the comment section. Fulfilling on group coaching is easier, not harder than one-on-one coaching, right? So awesome. Number 3 of why people are stuck on this one-on-one done-for-you model, why you want to have long conversations with your clients instead of having succinct, powerful, impactful conversations with your group so that they are leaders, is the fear of discounting. Number 3, you guys. Number 3, the fear of discounting. And so what do I mean by that? I mean, if I charge $1,000 for 10 weeks, this, you guys, I know a lot of coaches who do this. It's not enough money. I've been someone who did this. It's not enough money to live. I charge $1,000 for 10 weeks of coaching for one-on-one client, 1 hour a week. And it's not really 1 hour, you guys. It's like 2 hours because you have to do the prep form and you have to make sure you get on the call and you do the debrief and all the other stuff. No. And for all of you network marketers out there, wanting your client to call you at all times so that you can train them and spend it's like, dude, people have things to do. People who are successful are actually the most successful people in network marketing. I tell you, the best people on my team are people who know how to run businesses already and have very little time. And the more you charge, the less BS they want to know, the more they want that straight line to success. And
Right.
so, number 3 is the fear of discounting. You think that you have to discount your rate because you're not doing one-on-one. So Ty, go ahead and hit that point. Put number 3 in the comment section, you guys.
Yeah, so let's get really clear about something, right? Remember the part where I said we are committed to serving clients who believe in prosperity? We have a requirement to join our program. And the requirement is that you have to be willing to at least be able to wrap your head around the idea of charging a minimum of $2,000 per person to join your program. And why do we say that? Because remember how we talked about the exchange of money being permission to go deep? You don't have permission to go deep with someone if you charge them $75. As a matter of fact, they're probably not going to even show up, right?
Exactly.
You're going to charge them $75 and you're never going to see that person again. They're going to get your free PDF. They're going to get, whatever slides it is that you provide, and they're never actually going to show up to the call, right? People show up for things that they invest in. The second thing is that, remember that conversation about prosperity? We believe in prosperity. How are you going to get to 5 figures a month or 6 figures a month, which we're committed to not only in our own business, but in your business? How are you ever going to get to that number charging people $200 for your program, right? If you charge people $200 for your program, let's do the math. You get 10 clients, that's $2,000. But if you charge people $2,000 for your program, if you get 10 clients, that's $20,000. And it's just as hard to get 10 clients at $200 as it is to get 10 clients at $2,000. And that may seem counterintuitive, but trust me, we have the numbers to prove it. We have the energy to prove it. It's actually harder to enroll someone into a $200 program than it is to enroll someone into a $2,000 program.
I was going to say that because I was going to disagree with you a little bit, Ty, that it's actually easier if your marketing and messaging is right to enroll someone into a higher price program, because people who are just looking at the price tag and it doesn't intimidate them, and they understand that there's going to be commitment and value, they're easier to enroll because they want what they want. But someone that you have to convince to spend $97 on you, they start comparing you to a subscription, a Hulu subscription, or lunch. People spend $97 on lunch in this day and age, and they're going to compare your coaching services to $97. Okay. Right. So Laura says, what about the people that cannot afford it? Well,
yeah, so that's a really good question. I want to address that. Okay.
Go ahead.
Because I suffered from this when I started, right? When I started coaching, I am by trade a trauma coach, right? And I had this story. Oh my God, people who have experienced trauma, they're not working, they're on disability, they're not this, they're not that, they can't afford the coaching. But this is what I've discovered after going on 9 years of coaching. Okay. There are people who have experienced trauma at every single level of economics, right? And someone who's making more money has more to lose if they can't figure out their trauma than someone who's not working, right? And that's not to say that you can't work with people who can't afford your price, that you can't offer programs where you work with people who can't afford your price. But the reality is, remember the part where we talked about prosperity and we said you're not running a charity? You can't run a charity if you're in charity yourself, right?
That's so true.
The point is to get yourself to a point of prosperity where you can offer those services where you want to and give back where you want to. But the reality is that no matter what problem you're looking at, whether it's addiction, whether it's trauma, whether it's leadership, whether it's money mindset, whether it's relationship, those problems exist at every single economic level in the world. And those who are at a higher economic level have more to lose, and they're willing to pay more to have that problem fixed.
Yep. Yeah. So something else I want to add too is that there's a way for you to give back to the community that cannot afford your product. And the way is that you can, when you're doing live trainings, you can turn those into recorded trainings. And then when you record the trainings, you can offer them at a lower price because you're not exchanging your time and energy anymore. It's already made. So what you're seeing here today is us being super awesome, is we're providing value for free to you here in exchange for your excitement and your time, and you want to learn. And so we want to be in contact with you. But as you see, unlike any other group that you've seen out there, is that we don't spend a lot of time posting in this group every single day. Why? Because we're actually spending that time on paid clients, helping them achieve their results. And on the other times, this is the 1 hour a week that we are able to give to you so that you can get something out of it. So it's not like you'll never be able to charge a lower price, but I would rather charge $97 for a recorded training that's still going to provide massive value. But if that's where they're at right now, you can still get something. And so another perspective to have as well is that you create the value. That if I gave you $1 million checklist, how to get to $1 million, but you weren't in the right space, you're not in the context that provides, you're going to look at that checklist and you're going to wipe your butt with it. Like, you're not going to do anything with it if it's not what you want. And so people pay for what they want.
Right. And I want to address one more thing. It's not something that we talked about addressing, but it's something that goes into this. There is this huge myth that it is my responsibility to serve any and everybody who wants to be served. And I'm here to tell you that if that is your attitude towards what you do, you are going to run yourself into the ground, and you are going to find yourself down the road resentful and upset about the fact that you're putting in all this time, all of this effort, and you're not even able to take care of your basic needs. Because the reality is, nobody, no matter who you are, can serve every single person who wants to be served. And the goal of all of this is to find the people who are ready to receive your services, so that you can actually have impact with them and make impact in the world through an exponential effect.
Yep. Yes. And I love how Catherine said, I see what you're saying, TNT. So I think we have a new nickname, T squared, TNT.
That's right.
If you got number 3, put number 3 in the comment section. And I want to address one question that we had earlier in the call. So if you got value from so far 1, 2, and 3, I just want to reiterate what it is that we taught you today in this class about attraction marketing. So these are fundamental principles to attraction marketing. When you hear attraction marketing out in the marketplace on Facebook, people are teaching you, oh, you should post this, you should post that. But they're not spending the time that we spend with our clients to teach you how to even find those ideal clients, like who you're going to actually speak to. And so that's the foundation of attraction marketing. It's not your copy. Your copy is the fruit, and your ideal client and getting that clarity is the tree and the root, right? And so we work on you on the tree, and then we provide a little bit of instruction and recipes when it comes to how to cut the fruit and what to make with it, right? So here are the 3 lessons. The myth of better results. What does that mean? That means that you're going to get more results with mastermind coaching than you would one-on-one coaching. Number 2, can I fulfill on group coaching? Is it harder? to fulfill in group coaching? Absolutely not. It's easier to fulfill in group coaching, and you have freedom, time, flexibility, and prosperity. Number 3, I have to charge less for group coaching because I'm spending less time with people. Not true, not true, not true. Group coaching is super valuable. That smarter people are paying more for masterminds than they are for one-on-one coaching.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. This is the recipe to prosperity and huge impact, which I know we're both committed to, and we're committed to with our clients. You know, like we said at the top of this call, we have a mission to create 10 million leaders in the world making huge impact. And, you know, people hear that mission and they're like, whoa, that's a lot. But if you think about it, if we create 1,000 leaders who each in turn around and create 1,000 leaders, we've hit that goal. It is absolutely doable. It is something that we are absolutely committed to. And our mission is to work with every single one of you. That's the purpose of this group. That's the purpose of these calls, is to prepare you to be one of those leaders and prepare you to step into that role, to become a leader who makes a huge impact by creating other leaders in the world. That's our mission, that's our purpose, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, so if you want to speak to one of us and someone on our team, we have an incredible team who's as passionate, if not more passionate than we are about serving you. Then go ahead and put "I'm interested" in the comment section. I'm interested. And we're going to take a look at your business. We do have a minimum requirement of, you know, what you've done, who you like, what your business is producing, and all those things, so that, you know, we're very specific so that we can support you as best as possible. So we just want to have a casual conversation with you and see if you might be the right fit for our inner circle. Those of you who are watching who are in the inner circle, I see all of you. Go ahead and put inner circle in the comment section so that people know who you are. We're very proud of you. We're really proud that you are, that you trust us to take you to that next level. And honestly, we're doing this selfishly so that we can learn from you and your journey. Right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the beauty of community, right? When I first became a coach many years ago, I operated under this illusion, this romanticized illusion of being a solopreneur or a lone wolf, right? And I struggled through that for like 3 years. I mean, why did it take me 3 years to learn this lesson, right? But it was having the shift that allowed me to be in community with people, that allowed me to be in mastermind with people and recognize that there's more power in group. You know, I made a post today, but one of my most favorite proverbs is an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And I love that because that speaks to the power of community. And that is really our mission. Our mission is to create, well, my mission, I'll speak for me personally. My mission is to create the program that I wished existed when I first started my business, because I spun my wheels for three years, wondering if I had what it takes, wondering if I had made a mistake, feeling lonely, feeling isolated. And there's no reason to operate in that way. Be a part of a community, be a part of a group who cheerleads your success and who cheerleads what you're up to. And you're sure to go far.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I don't want to go any further because we are way past time already, but we're super stoked that you're here, and we want to invite you to be a part of the conversation here at ELMWORLD. Go ahead and dig into the videos. We have months and months of content every single week. We post a leadership live stream. You can go back and get so much value, see our journey, see how we've grown, and utilize any lessons that you learned for free into your business and see how it works. Let us know. Tell us what you're up to. We want to know. So I'm going to answer one question, and these are for the network marketers out there, but this also applies to coaches and trainers who are enrolling other leaders into their group if you plan on scaling. So Gloria had a question about, like, you know, network marketing business. There are three ways that you can join. You can become a retail customer where you just buy products, you're not a member, or you can be a member, you get a discount. Basically, all that means is you get a discount and that's it. And literally you get the benefit of having discount once you
and coming into here, you get the benefit of seeing our weekly live videos, which you won't get to see when you're outside of the group. Same thing. And the third option is being a business builder, where you actively search for clients, you have, sales experience, and you grow your team and you help other people. So one of the questions Gloria asked, I think, because I can't actually find the question right now, is a question regarding one of her people in her organization only wants to retain members and doesn't want to give people the opportunity to become distributors in their group because she wants to retain all the profits. So you guys, this is a very short, you can do it, but in my opinion is that it's a very short-sighted way to make money, immediate income. And the reason is because, one, you're removing the opportunity for people who actually might want to. So this is the difference between adding and multiplying. When you add customers and sales to your business, one customer at a time, and you want to retain all the profits just for you and nobody else is earning in your group, what happens when you do that is that you have to work harder in order to get more customers. And when you share the opportunity for people to join as a distributor and grow, is that they open up their possibilities, they start to become professionals, they grow their network, and what happens that you get exponential growth. So instead of adding 1 + 1 + 1, you're actually doing like 3 × 3 × 3 or 10 × 10 × 10. And the numbers aren't exactly like that, but it's really selfish, I'm going to say, to not provide the opportunity for someone to make the decision. And you're losing money short-term and long-term when you do that. So if you care about the money aspect, which is what I heard the comment was saying, is that, oh, I'm making more money if I just have customers, retail customers. Yeah, but how long can you really sustain that? How long do you really want to work hour by hour, day by day? You want exponential growth, which means that you create leaders, sales leaders in your team. So
and you want to create passive income. The whole point of this business structure is you create a sustainable business, right? We are all about sustainability, creating a business structure and a business platform that is sustainable and creates passive income over time.
Yeah. And the thing about passive income is it takes work up front, and people say they want passive income, but they don't, because they want immediate return for immediate results. And if you want that, you go get a job and work for the hour, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you guys, you have to think long term. What's going to provide you the most return? And the most return is always going to go bigger. Go bigger. Be a platform. Don't be a consumer, right? Contribute. Don't consume. That's how you're going to have long-term results. So with that, thank you all. Put value again in the comment section if you receive value. We love you. We care about you, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody.
Good night.